In this video we will show how to set up a secondary work breakdown structure in ShipWeight within the same project. In this example we want to make a secondary work breakdown structure that is combined by the custom code discipline and area. So we want to see the discipline summary within each area. So we're going to use the custom codes discipline and area. We start by opening up the code definition window and find the custom codes that will be involved. A secondary work breakdown structure is defined within the project, but it can be used across projects. So for this reason we define an alias name for the discipline and an alias name for the area that we connect to the custom code. We defined the alias name in the system code variable column of the custom code definition window. So our CO5 we will call the system code variable disk, and our area custom code we will simply call area. By doing it this way we allow other projects to utilize the same structure that we are going to define by hooking up the alias names to their custom codes within their specific projects. This means that the different project where discipline and area may be in C18 and C19 can be used within the same definition by defining the same alias name. All existing alias names within ShipWeight will be found in the drop list once they are defined. The next step is to go into the weight group structure definition window. That we will find that in the database menu under the weight group definition. So we go to database, administrator and weight group definition to open up the weight group definition window. In here you can see 10 predefined tab sheets with WBS 01, 02 all the way up until 09 and 10. In these tab sheets we can define the secondary work breakdown structures. So we will start off by selecting an empty one here and start to define the work breakdown structure. The work breakdown structure is defined in the grids to the right here, and the first column weight group ID is the group ID as it will be shown in the main window. The weight group name is the name or description of this weight group, and the weight group parent tells where to position the group, in other words which node will be its parent node. The sort is an optional to force a specific sort beyond the default alphabetic one, and icon is to also force a specific icon. The item filter defines which filter to use to retrieve the items to be summarized within the weight group. The first weight group will be the top one, and we can call that total, and the weight group name description can just be total sum. Since this is the first one and the top one, we will not give any weight group parent, we will leave that empty. The next is to define the first level of subgroup. I want to have one subgroup called A. That should be my area A subgroup, and the parent will be the total subgroup. So area A will be placed under total. I continue and do the same for area B. For area C. And for area D. So I do this until I have covered all the areas for this custom code. The next step is to define the discipline codes within each area. I will start by defining the electrical discipline within area A. I will call the weight group ID A-E, and the weight group name will be electrical in area A. And now the weight group parent will be group A. This is a bottom level group, so here I need to define item filter for this group. The item filter for this group will be defined as follows. The disk, which is the alias name for our weight custom code CO5 discipline, should be set in this case to electrical, and also our area alias, which is in this case connected to CO6 area, should be equal to A. This is how ShipWeight will know which items to put in this bottom level group A-E. I continue to do this now for all disciplines within group A, and then all disciplines within group B, C, and D. This is how the table will look when it's completed, and we can see now that we have a hierarchy to the left defined with a total sum divided into areas and areas divided into disciplines. Now I need to give a name to my new weight group definition. I click the bottom weight group definition, and for WBS 01 I will just give it a name or description as discipline by area. Then I can close this window, and the final thing I have to do is to activate it through the options window. So I go to view, options, I find the tab sheet database, and all my secondary work breakdown structures, because I can have up to 10 that's been defined, will be listed here, and then I can check this box to activate it for this project. Now when I click OK, I will see my new work breakdown structure here listed below the default one, and I will find the structure I've defined, and now I can operate and manage the items within the structure the same way as I did with the default one. If the values don't show up immediately after you activate it, go to the toolbar and click this summarize icon to force a summary of the new work breakdown structure. I can now go into any of these bottom level and open up a item window and find all the items and work on them within this new weight group that I've just defined. Please also refer to the user guide and help file online for further information.